teas with Al. Have a cuppa. Arvo teas with Al. Have some tea. Arvo teas with Al. Grab a coffee. Arvo teas with Al. Grab some cake. A cake. A cake. A cakey, 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 cakey. Head outside. Head outside. Get some fresh air into your lungs. Head outside. It's time for a break and some cake. And Arvo Tea with Al. G'day River Connectors, welcome to Arvo Tea with Al. Got myself a cuppa. You might want to have a read of the wisdom on the cup. It says only when a mug, see it's not in a cup, only when a mug is understood to not be just a mug is it really understood to be a mug. There's one to ponder for you. It might be something that you would like to do is get yourself a special mug for your Arvo Teas. One that really makes you think. Not sure what it means. I've got some bickies. Just, you know, bickies. Here's a little teddy bear. Okay, serious. So, do you know who really loves Arvo Tea? Your mum does. And whose special day is it? I think it's a bird. And another. Whose special day is it coming up this Sunday? Your mum's. So, what I thought we might do today is use some of our Arvo Tea break to have a think about our mums. Now, most of us are finding it pretty difficult to get down to the shops. Might be hard to get out and go shopping for a present. Or the kids are not at school, which is where often the young ones might be making their Mother's Day presents or grandma presents. Or special maternal person in their life presents. Might not be mum or grandma. So our opportunities to have the great present for our mum for this year might be a little bit limited. But there's always a way. So, what we're going to do today is take some time out of our Arvo Tea break. We might actually decide we want to do it for a couple of Arvo Tea breaks. We're going to craft a special little gift for our mums out of something from our backyard or from our local park or nature strip, somewhere where there's a little bit of natural materials. You are allowed to fill the gaps in this time with some non-natural materials if you need to, if you want to make it really special. But we're going to take some time today to do a little bit of nature art, especially for our mums. So, sit back, have your cuppa in your special mug that may or may not be a mug, and let's see what we can come up with. You might want to take some of this time to head outside into nature and use it as an inspiration to write a special song for your mum. Hopefully you'll be a little bit more inventive than me. Here's an example of a nature statue that I'm going to build out of some bits of firewood that I've saved because they look like pieces of body parts. So the bottom has two forked branches coming out, and I've decided that's a backside and some legs. I've put it on some old shoes that were lying around that the dogs have been playing on that I think it's two left feet. And I think that's a torso with two arms and maybe a third arm. And I need to create a head for it. A monster head, alien head kind of suits the three-armed idea, but I think Mr. Shuffles probably wants to have his toy back at some point. Do you? Yes. So I'll create a head out of something. But that's an idea for a statue. Yes, you can have your monster head back. You can do something as simple as a tiny little posy, just like that. These ones are starting to droop a little bit, but even some of them you might be able to dry them and make a dried arrangement, particularly these sticky everlastings. And these common everlastings will probably last for a bit too. Or you might try something a bit bolder and bigger. I've just thrown a few of those things together. Bunch of different colours, shapes, sizes, all coming out together. It's also got some beautiful smells in there with some lavender and some rosemary as well. And that little cassia's got a beautiful sweet smell. So that's a nice little posy that you could put together for Mum. One thing you can try is using the natural dyes in your garden to make some pictures. This is a salvia that I have in my garden, and I'm just squishing the petals of the flowers there. It comes out with a great purple. This is a little purple and gold pansy, which is great for all of the Nathalia mums. Go Perps! It's coming out with some really great yellow and purple streaks through that little petal there, and a little bit of purple on that bit of flower. Then we've got some lavender. So it's really the petals where the colour's coming out from in a lot of these plants. These guys are dandelions. Now don't pick them all because they're really great for the bees at this time of year when there's not a lot of flowers around. But have a look at the yellow coming out of that one. So easy. I picked this one because it was almost finished flowering with its 3 petals left, just to give myself a bit of different colour because everything seems to be purple and yellow in my garden. Then we're looking at some green, so you really want the juicy kind of leaves, and this is where weeds actually become really useful. I think this is a wild lettuce, but the extra juicy leaves are really, really great. This one's an oxalis, which is a bit of a pain of a weed, but it's great for colouring with. And when they're in flower, the yellow flower has really great colour that comes out. Just another couple of daisy type plants that I have in the garden for different colours. Coming out a bit more like a bronzy brown for something different. Can be a little bit difficult. You can also use you can make prints of the actual flowers, so you can lay them out, put something over the top and use a hammer to bang all the juices out, and it will come out in the shape of that flower. And after all that hard work, get yourself a biggie. Here's some examples. So I've made a bit of a landscape using some plants to pretend that they're a forest. Here's a mandala that I've made out of some of the plants. A few weeks ago we dried some flowers. This is some beach art that I took a photo of and then a friend put in a frame for me. And here are some ideas that I've borrowed from the Eco Explorers Facebook page, which is a really great spot to go and get some ideas. Some of the ideas look like they're just for kids, but we're all kids in a way, aren't we? We all enjoy nature art. Okay, I'm going to have a go at a smelly cone, a porky smell, a shush, not a shush, a smelly thing, right? Porcupine, pine cone, smelly pine thing, lavender. See if this actually works, because someone on the internet said it works. I don't know, I think she's a bit droopy. Or can I they just said shove things in the gaps. So you're going to be a lot more arty than me. But I reckon, like, if they sit in there, you've got nice little flowers, right? And it smells nice. And I really should have sharper secateurs, but spread it out a bit. Golly. You get the gist, right? And then little bits of rosemary. Mr. Shuffles wants some rosemary. Look at that. You could put however much more you wanted in there, and that could stay. The lavender will probably dry, so will the rosemary. I might try and get some eucalyptus leaves to plonk in there, but you might not want to mix too many different smells, so maybe I'll get a different one for eucalyptus leaves. And then you'll have pine. Yep, a pine smell, and all other little bits of smells in there as well. You put it in the toilet or somewhere nicer. I'll make it better and put a photo up later. So there you go. Just want to make a special shout out to those of us who won't be able to see our mums this Mother's Day, whether it's because of the social distancing rules or health reasons, meaning we can't get together, whether your mum's a long way away and it's just too difficult to travel, or whether your mum has actually passed away. While this might feel like it's a really sad and difficult time, and you might feel completely overwhelmed with the thought of Mother's Day coming up, by making a little bit of a special gift for your mum, just gives you a chance to, or a way to channel some of those feelings, some of the joy, some of the laughter, the great memories that you have, and all of your love. And so taking some time to make something for your mum. Yes, you know, my motivation's to get you outside and enjoying a bit of a break from whatever's going on out in nature, and that's really healthy for you and us. Get some beautiful smells and some feel of some of the plants. But it's also a chance to just channel some of your special feelings for your special mother figure into a piece of art. And so you might be able to take a photo of it and send it to her so that she can have a look at it on Mother's Day. You could take a photo and frame it. You could save it for her, so it might be something that's dried and you can give it to her once you can see her again. Or there'll be some of us that'll be taking it out to Mum's resting place and giving it to her in that way. It's just our little way of making gifts for our mums, making them feel special for all the amazing things they do. So take care of yourselves on this Mother's Day. Celebrate all of the awesome things about your mum, whether you're with her or not, and enjoy that special time to be able to reflect on how awesome mothers are. Take care, guys. See you next time. Say bye, Shuff. Bye-bye. Arvo Teas with